In May 2026, a hiker walking through the Carson National Forest in northern New Mexico found a handgun and human remains. Authorities soon identified the body as Melissa Casias. She was 53 years old, and she had been missing for almost exactly a year. At the time of her disappearance, she was an administrative assistant at the nearby Los Alamos National Laboratory, holding a top security clearance. The timeline of her disappearance is heavily documented, but the details defy basic logic. On the day she vanished, Casias left her car, her purse, and her identification locked inside her home. Beside them sat her 2 cell phones, one personal, one issued by the laboratory. Both devices had been meticulously factory reset, wiping every contact, message, and piece of data before she walked out the door. Then there is the location of the body itself. After the medical investigator confirmed her identity, her family released a public statement, highlighting a glaring contradiction. The remains were found in an area of the forest that law enforcement and volunteers had already cleared during the active missing persons search. An undetermined cause of death, scrubbed electronics, and a body located in a previously cleared search zone. These confirmed facts distinguish the Casias case from a standard missing persons file. To understand why these anomalies carry such weight, you have to look closely at the institution at the center of the timeline, Los Alamos National Laboratory. Founded in 1943, this facility in the high desert of the Jemez Mountains was the central research hub of the Manhattan Project. The scientists who walked these grounds designed the core for the first nuclear weapon ever detonated. Today, the laboratory's footprint is immense. It operates on an annual budget exceeding $3 billion and employs over 14,000 people. Access across the sprawling campus is heavily restricted by tiered security clearances, guarding the ongoing design and maintenance of America's nuclear weapons stockpile. This level of internal security means that any unaccounted-for employee represents a significant break in the laboratory's personnel chain of custody. That high security context makes the timeline of a second disappearance impossible to ignore. In May 2025, just 1 month before Casias vanished, and only 50 miles away, 78-year-old Anthony Chavez disappeared. He was a retired construction foreman who had spent years working at the exact same laboratory. Chavez was last seen on May 4th. Like Casias, his departure was entirely unexplained. He walked away from his house on foot. Inside, searchers found his keys, his wallet, and his personal effects left sitting openly on a table. Let's compare the timelines side by side. You have 2 lab employees going missing within weeks of each other. Both step out of their homes on foot. Both intentionally abandon their essential life items, wallets, keys, and communication devices. And in both instances, local police initially assess the scenes and state there are no signs of foul play. While their exits mirror each other, their professional profiles diverge sharply. Chavez managed unclassified infrastructure as a foreman, whereas Casias operated with a top-tier security clearance, handling administrative access to highly classified information. 2 people working different jobs at the same nuclear laboratory vanished into the same northern New Mexico wilderness, mimicking identical behavioral patterns, separated by just a few weeks. The statistical improbability of these dual disappearances has triggered a massive escalation. In April 2026, the House Oversight Committee formally named both Chavez and Casias in an investigative letter directed to FBI Director Kash Patel. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is now actively coordinating with the Department of Energy, probing a broader pattern of individuals connected to classified science and nuclear secrets who have gone missing or died under mysterious circumstances. Former intelligence officials note that the threat environment surrounding these workers is relentless. Foreign adversaries run daily, systematic espionage operations designed to target individuals who hold the institutional knowledge of America's nuclear enterprise. It is crucial to state exactly what the evidence supports right now. No law enforcement agency has officially confirmed a link between foreign intelligence services and the specific disappearances of Anthony Chavez or Melissa Casias. The intervention of the FBI and Congress indicates the government is treating these disappearances as a potential breach of the nation's nuclear security infrastructure. Let's review the hard evidence. We know 2 lab employees disappeared on foot, leaving their personal effects behind. We know 2 phones were deliberately wiped clean of data. And we know a hiker found a body and a handgun deep in the woods. Everything else remains an alarming unknown. Anthony Chavez has never been found. The medical investigator has not yet determined how Melissa Casias actually died, or whether another party was involved. And no one has explained how her remains suddenly appeared in a section of forest that search teams had already combed through. The Office of the Medical Investigator is currently conducting a forensic anthropological review of the remains. Congress is waiting for answers. The FBI is hunting for connections. Until they find them, the true scope of the Los Alamos mystery stays dangerously unresolved.